Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a replay in the Valour Chieftain on Prokhorovka, and I'm going to be platooned with Atheno in his Object 705A. Now, I don't think I brought you a video on the Valour yet, and this was played about Christmas time. And this was during the time where, because of all the accuracy in the game, by the way, enemy team 4 268 version 5s, so, you know, not fun. This was about the time where, again, the accuracy was a big thing in World of Tanks after the update. So I was specifically trying out vehicles that I hated before because of gun handling. And the Valour Chieftain was one of those tanks, if you remember from my initial videos in it, where I really disliked the gun handling. So that's why I'm playing it in this game. I thought I'd see if the gun handling was indeed better than before. Now, as I said before, there is artillery, and I'm in a heavy tank. But I'm at least fairly mobile and have 10 degrees of gun depression, unlike Atheno in a 705A. So, I mean, I'm still fairly well suited to this map. I can just avoid getting shit on by artillery. Now, what I want to do is, I want to try and take the center ridge because of my strong turret armor. I'm going to see if I can spot some people. Now, our light tank has gone to the train tracks, rather than spot the center. So at this point, me and this medium are going to take the bulk of the spotting duties, and straight away I can tell someone's raced over to the bush on the one line. So I'm pinging it for the team to let them know where they're at, and I'm staying on the move, doing a full circle because of artillery. Now you can see the enemy light tank's doing his spot and run, and I'm going to get ready for him. Now this is Sheridan, so I have to be careful not to bounce off the side of him with a spaced armor, and I also have to be careful not to expose myself too much in case I get shot from the flank. So you can see I do get spotted again, but the Object 268 version 5 and the Gorilla do get spotted themselves. So I'm able to snap a shot into the Gorilla for a low roll of 405, but still not bad. And now I need to stay in the move again. As much as I'd like to keep popping up with the gun depression, and I get another shot into the M60 there. When there's artillery, you have to stay on the move. Even fairly small movements could be a difference between you dodging and getting annihilated. The light tank commits a bit too hard and gets shut down, and then the M60 does the exact same thing. Trying to clear up a bit of room, but I still need to be wary, because with how many TDs they've got, including the multiple 268 V5s and the Gorilla, I'm very scared of exposing myself to the 1-2 line on this map. Now I do miss the Sheridan, but he's going to be dead pretty soon, and then the enemies are going to be left without a light tank. However, they do have a Batchat 25T, which is still a pretty effective scout. So right now, while our light tank's blowing their light tank, I'm going to try and spot for our team the 1-2 line. And you see, I'm not getting anywhere close with the spot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to relocate and try and climb over and get a bit closer to there. So I'll wait till I'm unspotted, jump over, hope I don't get shot, and move in. Now, because the thing is, I have a pretty strong turret, and you lose camo rating when you fire unless you're firing through bushes at a distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to bait a shot in and hope they shoot at me, because if they shoot at me, they'll get spotted, and then I'll get the assistance. Now, I was trying to see if I could sneak a shot into that 268 V5, but you see, I'm still very much aware of that bush over there. Gonna go for it now. Do snap a shot in, back up. The Batchat 25T actually gets spotted. And I'm waiting for the assistance, but what's actually going to happen is, as I pop up for another shot, which I do hit, one of the 268 V5s hits me, does get spotted in the process. However, in exchange for him hitting me for about 750, I do pick up about 2,000 assistance. So I would actually say that's a pretty good trade, if you ask me. Taking about 750 alpha to get 2,000 assistance, I'll take it. Although I'm pretty lucky, because rather than just one tier 10 TD hitting me, I could have been hit by like 4 different tier 10 TDs. That could have gone a lot worse, but I ain't complaining. Now, Gorilla 15 gets spotted again, and enemy artillery misses me. I'm going to come up, snap a shot in. Thankfully, the Gorilla 15 is a pretty large target. And then I'm going to back up. And now, I really want to finish off the Gorilla if I can. you're going to see I actually fire a blind shot. But the Batchat has actually moved back into that bush. And already their team on the 1-2 line, they're proving to be very annoying over there. So I'm pretty much trying to hold this side of the map by myself and spot for our team. Because our light tank's dead and our mediums aren't too interested in spotting. And Atheno's trying to basically do his best to hold the hill on his own. Not really okay because there's 2CV5 in the center of the map. And there's one on the 1-2 line. And I suppose the best way to describe it is there's just 268 version 5s everywhere. So you can tell when this was played, this game, because it's about the time most people, like average players, started completing the seasons. Like, not players who played a lot of the game. So you see lots more people had it at this point. Now at this moment, I'm actually thinking about trying to help Athena on the hill. If possible. But Athena actually finished off the enemy by himself, so no longer needs my help. And now, I want to kind of deal with this 268V5 in the center. But I want to expose side turret to the one on the 1-2 line. Now the Batchat RT gets spotted, and again, I've been saying to Athena this entire game that Batchat is the bane of my life, because the Valour and heavy tanks in general can spot, but I'm just not going to be as good at spotting as a medium tank, especially a Batchat. So the fact of all the tanks I could be trying to outspot here, trying to do it against the TDs would have been fine for me, but their Batchat's playing really well, and I think he's barely been scratched, actually, so far. In fact, yeah, he's actually still on full health. Our medium tank is still chilling on train tracks. I don't know what it is. I think it's a Russian medium, like a 140 or something. And already just misses me, and again, the medium tanks don't want to spot, so I'm going to try and spot. You know, the job needs to be done. Jump up, Batchat on full health. And the thing is, I'm desperately hoping someone can hit even the artillery, because the further into a game you go and the less hit points everyone starts getting, the more dangerous autoloaders become. So the fact he's on full health terrifies me. And already I'm thinking he's a pretty good player because of the way he's conserved his hit points that he's been playing. Now I want to try and jump over to the next ridge, but as you can see I'm getting outspotted by the Batchat, and if I do he could come over and clip me out because I will be in a ditch out of line of sight of the medium and the TD over there. So now that I'm spotted, I'm going to try and move in circles to avoid artillery. And I'm just trying to find different positions to pop up at and hope I can spot the Batchat or the TD. Now I do spot the TD, in this case the Gorilla 15, and thankfully my team is able to finish him. Again, take anti-artillery maneuvers. The Batchat's relocated again. And you could, this entire game you've been able to see as artillery misses me, it's been a bit of a cat and mouse game between me and the Batchat, as we've been constantly relocating, trying to outplay the other and try and show up in unexpected locations. And the Batchat again knows he's been spotted and he's retreating. Now, here's an important part of the game. A Leopard 1 has been spotted near the artillery and he appears to be AFK. But here's the thing. I've loaded Hess now for him. We have to kill him. Because where he's sat in a position where anyone who tries to go spot the 1-2 line, which is where they're at, the enemies, that is, he will spot them. And if he's spotting them and we're ignoring him because he's AFK, that means the Batchat and the TD can farm whoever's trying to spot. So he needs to go. Now you see I actually changed target here because I'm trying to get the artillery. But I don't actually get him. And right now I'm trying to think about how I want to approach this, because me being on 1,000 hit point means one shot from the 268V5 followed by one shot of the Batchat and I'm dead. So I'm trying to think about the best angle of this, and I'm actually going to go back across towards the 1-2-3 line to try and do this. Now I need to be worried because the Batchat's shown that he quite likes using that bush position. So I'll know if he's going back up there by if I get spotted coming over here. And what you're going to see is, as I come over, I get spotted. So I'm looking right towards that bush, and you're going to see that as I move forward to try and spot, trying to put my turret in the direction that I think he's at, and the Batchat actually gets spotted back there again. He's retreated when he saw me coming over here, and he's actually trying to run right now. He knows we're closing in. I do get a very nice shot in 2-8v5. What's going to happen is 2-8v5 is going to retreat to the 1-2 lane behind the ditch, and our team's going to spot the Batchat, and I'm going to start trying to do work on him. He has clearly shown himself to be the biggest threat. I missed the first shot. Our team's going in recklessly, I might add. And now that Batchat's going to take the first bit of damage the entire game after almost 10 minutes. So fair play to him for saving his hit points this long. But now he's in the open field. I'm trying to snipe him, but I fucked up the shot again. I'm not blaming that on the tank. The accuracy so far has actually been quite good. It's just my shootings that has been rather questionable. Hit him again. He's on 538 hit points. I'd really like to hit him one more time, because if he's not going to die, I'd at least like him to be a one-shot for later. And you're going to see I do actually hit him. So now he's on 107 hit points. That's fine. I know I can kill him in one shot. So what I'm actually going to do is, as he's retreating and running away and going to be emptying his clip, I need to go kill this 268 birds and 5. Now, he's on 470 hit points, which means he is going to require probably 2 shots. Now, the other issue is their artillery's still alive, and the Batchat managed to escape. All our teammate, by the way, had to do over there was get 1 shot in him, but, that's too much to ask. Now, you're going to see I'm going to try and snipe the weak point, but I missed the first shot. And we're going to see here the continuation of my shit accuracy. And by accuracy, I mean me just taking poor shots. I say as I hit that one. But now that he's a one shot on 70 odd hit points, watch what happens. Going to aim for the weak point. Miss. And now the 2-8v5 is going to drive towards this dead tank to use as cover. And I'm going to load Hesh, because now I don't need to pen him. I just need to hit him anywhere and he's dead. But because of the dead tank, I'm struggling to find a shot. And the vegetation's kind of getting in the way. The other issue is, I can't afford to sit still and aim at him, because there's still an artillery in the game, and I've got my ass towards where I think he's at. Up at A-Tam. So I can't afford to stay still to fully aim, in case the artillery pens me in the engine deck. I'm also out of Hesh shells now, so I do have to pan him. Thankfully, I finally finished him off. I need to start moving now. And we've got to go deal with this one-shot Batchat, who's just been the bane of my existence this entire game. Now, the medium tank's retreating. I don't know why, but fair enough. He wants to stick with me. That's cool. And I'm expecting the Batchat to run all the way down to where our artillery is, to the other side of the mountain. So you see I'm heading in the general direction where I could shoot him if our TD spots him on the hill, but also whilst making my way back to base. Now, given the fact he's only on 100 hit points, I'd really like to have Hesh right now, just because Batchats have a tendency to get miracle bounces off the turret and off the upper hull, and to avoid that, I'd really like to Hesh. Well, to be fair, I would have really liked to have penned that shot, but, you know, they actually let me down a little bit there, because I feel like I aimed that one fairly well. Now, we did finish off our artillery, and you're going to notice, or I'm going to point out, another one of my mistakes. Now, the angle with which I'm going to take this is, I'm thinking, I can push forward, because if he spots me and starts shooting at me, I just need to shoot him back, because I can survive multiple shots by him. I only need to hit him once. If he shoots me, he'll get spotted, and I can kill him. But look at the angle with which I'm approaching him. I'm going to have me and this tree. Well, I'm going to have this tree between me and him, shall I say. And what that means is, he's actually going to be able to shoot me without getting spotted, which is very bad for me. But I get lucky, and he bounces one shot. And what that means is, basically, I'm still alive. Now, there's no guarantee I would have died. He could have low-rolled, but I probably should be dead right now. So, my mistake... I'm ammo racked. My mistake was keeping that tree between me and the hill, because that's what's allowed him to shoot at me without getting spotted. So it's kind of ruined my plan of letting him shoot me so I could kill him. And that's what I mean by earlier in the game with the TD hills, or like the TDs on 1-2 line as well. Sometimes you have to just let yourself get shot at in order to spot the enemy, and it can be worth it sometimes. With the TD earlier, it was worth it. In this exchange, it wasn't. Now, I need to be careful, very careful, because I said he can one-shot me. Also, there's artillery. So I've started moving. Keeping an eye on the Batchat, and I'm expecting him to try and finish me off. And finally, after over 14 minutes of the game, the Batchat has finally died. The duel between me and the Batchat is finally over. Now, I ping A10 because I want our medium tank, our fast medium tank, to go there. What we're going to see is our medium tank's going to start driving down the train tracks, and I'm going to head to the 1-2 line just because he's faster, he can search around the hills and the water a bit quicker, and I'm just going to stick to the open field. So, there's only 15 seconds left, and you will have noticed when you first saw this video that this was a long one, and yes, this is going to be a full 15-minute game. Our medium tank runs into the artillery, but unfortunately is not going to be able to kill him. But either way, this was a game I was really proud of, and it was actually quite fun having a bit of a competitive game against the Batchat, trying to outspot each other and outplay each other. It was actually quite a bit of fun. So I came top, Atheno came third, Motoro 805 managed to come second. I did almost 5600 damage, 2800 assistance because I was basically our scout tank, and 3 kills I think it was. Batchat and the enemy team had a good game, as did the E50, and overall just a really enjoyable game. So, thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.